Reaction has been pouring in today over the news about Paul Bernardo. People are outraged by the news that Correctional Canada has moved the convicted killer out of the maximum security Millhaven Penitentiary near Kingston to a medium security prison in Quebec. Al Sweeney is covering this story and joins us live with the latest. Al.
Hi there, Taz. Well, the reaction to this is uniform. People are saying Paul Bernardo should rot in prison, and he should do it in a maximum security prison, alone and under the strictest conditions possible. Paul Bernardo has been locked away for 28 years, but his image still haunts Canada, particularly in this region. Bernardo was sentenced to life in prison in 1995 for the murder and sexual assault of 15-year-old Kristen of St. Catharines and 14-year-old Leslie Mahaffy of Burlington, along with other horrendous crimes. A lawyer for the French and Mahaffy families says they were stunned by the news from Corrections Canada that Bernardo had been moved from maximum security to medium security.
Just shock, disbelief. And it's like everything happened yesterday. It brings back all the past, pain and suffering and anguish and despair.
The anger reached the highest levels.
I fully and totally understand how shocked and appalled so many Canadians are on hearing that news.
Premier Doug Ford issued a statement saying Paul Bernardo should rot in a maximum security prison for the rest of his miserable existence, full stop. St. Catharines Mayor Matt Cisco agreed, saying, "I thank Premier at Ford Nation for putting into words what many of us are feeling." Others at Queen's Park agree.
I think Mr. Bernardo should rot in hell, and until that day comes, he should rot in a jail cell, and it should be in a maximum security prison.
I would love to see him in a maximum security facility for the rest of his life.
The evidence has shown that he has not been rehabilitated at all, that he's a dangerous sexual predator, sexual sadist, psychopath.
The Mahaffy and French family's lawyer say it's deeply disturbing that Corrections Canada won't explain the move in order to protect Bernardo's privacy rights.
Paul Bernardo's privacy rights? He didn't care about Kristen's privacy rights. He didn't care about Leslie's privacy rights. He didn't care about all the other victims.
For him, it means he's moving from a very difficult jail, hard time, so to speak, to something that will undoubtedly be less hard time.
Criminal lawyer Ari Goldkind says the move is outrageous, and this is how prison officials prepare for an eventual release.
This is what they do when they start moving somebody towards a pathway to release. And saying that about Canada's most notorious and disgusting killer is something that I think will make many Canadians quite sick to their stomach.
So Corrections Canada issued a statement today saying it's going to review Bernardo's classification to ensure the move to medium security was appropriate, and said it can send him back to maximum security at any time if necessary. The federal public safety minister said he was going to be talking to the head of Corrections Canada to say they need to take an approach that considers the victims and their traumas in decisions like this.